In this video, I'm going to go over most of my photos that I took this month in black and white to share with you and share with you my thoughts. I've been really sick this week and I didn't have time to go and do a video outside, so I figured I'll just do this video inside, and I will do it as a live because I don't want to edit it so much and just share with you my thoughts and everything. Let's get started. This is my Lightroom. So first of all, the first photo here I took with the Rico GR4, this camera, which I just got recently. I love this camera, it's amazing, and this is exactly why I love this camera so much, because it's so easy and fast to take with me and get a very fast reaction on the street to capture those kind of photos. I'm really into bird photography, especially in black and white. I think there's something really magical about it, and it's a moment in time that I can't plan. Like when I shoot buildings and stuff that are architecture that are there all the time, and I'm just waiting for the right light. So I just love those kind of scenes with the symmetry here between the dark on the left and right parts, the bird just touching the trees on the right here. I don't know, just really love this photo, and if you're interested, I took it in 1/500 of a second f8 and ISO 5000. You can see that in black and white, in 5000, you can really notice it, but it's in black and white, it's more forgivable in my taste, and I just love the vibe of this photo very much. So there's that. All those photos I took in a live that I did in Sunday for my members only. I do it every Sunday, a half an hour walk around the city with a camera. So we actually got to talk to this very cool guy, Nathan, which allowed me to photograph his beautiful dog, and I took some portraits of her, which I really loved. This one is not so much in focus. Actually, it was very windy and I didn't plan to capture her. I was so nervous that she will leave, like I didn't want to bother them so much, so I just snapped a couple of photos with the Leica Q3, 1/500 of a second. Let's see, she's not as sharp here as I wanted, but maybe here, yeah, maybe here she's much sharper. Let it upload in a minute, and it was the same settings here. Sorry, my voice is still pretty bad. So I'm sorry about that. So I just really love the vibe of the photos that I took with Nathan over there, but what I mainly got to this place to shoot was the scene on the beach with the waves, the clouds, and the whole city. It was just so like beautiful when there was no people around, and such a winter vibe over here with the parachutes over on the right side. I just really love those photos, and this one I actually cropped to be like kind of panorama shot. I like 2/1, the aspect ratio, sorry. This is a geometry that I really love recently to play with, and I just thought it will be really cool on such a wide scene. Also, I did some wave shot over here. I'm sorry if you just hear my mouse, I just realized how noisy it is, so I will stop. So I like that with the Leica Q3, the camera behind me, you can really capture the textures so vivid and so smooth. That's the word I'm looking for. And I did this photo on purpose. Okay, I have to get the mouse. I'm sorry. On 1/250, which is my go-to setting on street photography, and I just love the vibe here with the clouds on the water. Such a relaxing photo. I can't explain really why. I didn't edit it at all. Maybe I just, yeah, you see, I just straight the photo. That's I do with all of my photos. And there is that. Let's see what else. Oh, those was cool. I actually took those photos with my iPhone 16 Pro, not so sharp, from very far away on a concert that I was 2 weeks ago. I think this one is my favorite photo because of the light here, and I shot it on RAW on my phone. There is a possibility to do that if you don't familiar with that, and I just edit it later in Lightroom to be in black and white. This was the original photo, and this was after edit. I think it's much cooler in black and white, and I think make the shadows. I just brought it up a little bit. That there's that. I really love those photos. This one I stayed in color just because it's super greeny, super zoom with the camera, but I just love the vibe there with the lights over here. I think it's nice thing to remember. And you know, the best camera is the one you have with you. In that case, I had my phone, so that was nice. Also, I took this photo, which I upload to Instagram. I loved it very much. And why I loved it is because also you can see the texture here, but the break in the middle, you see what I mean here, is so perfect. It's so perfectly broken. I just love this frame on the scene on the street so much. And actually this was the original photo. Let me show you, because I cropped it a lot. So this was the original photo over here with my shoe over there. I just saw it broken on the street and I have to capture it, and I thought that I will do it. Like I knew I will edit it this way. This is something that I like to do a lot on the street. I don't know, maybe I say just maybe to give you inspiration when you go. I know I always look for inspiration online to see what other people are thinking when they're going on the streets, or there's that. Also some more classic traditional street photography with the Rico GR4. By the way, this was with the Leica Q3, I believe. Yeah, the Leica Q3, the only camera that I can crop that much with a 60 megapixel sensor. That's cool. And also more traditional street photography that I love with the Rico. This guy, he smiled so much and I was so happy. It's such a hard thing to get a photo of someone smiling on the street and not looking at you, like what are you doing? You're so creepy taking my photo. So I just like this photo very, very much. It's a classic street photography. This was the dog on his other side. Just nice thing to capture. Also, okay, this is what I mean. Like I took a photo of those guys over here because they were white and I did a black and white shot. I just really like this scene on the street. I did it without bothering them, and then I just got this dude reaction to my camera, and it really like bombs the photo in my opinion. But you know, on street photography I take, like this kind of street photography, I take so many photos, so that's okay if here and there I have to delete some of them. Let's move over. A bunch of people dancing over here, but I didn't manage to capture a good photo of them. When I see birds on the street, I try to wait for them to fly away and then capture a movement of them. Kind of an ICM photo, just a moment before this will load completely and it will not be as blurry. So I'm trying to capture them on air. You see this is like the before shot, and then she flied and I took this shot, which is nice. Sorry about that. And I really love the vibe that I'm getting from birds on the street and like the completely abstract scene that I can get when I crop a lot. Maybe this one is not so pleasant in the eye because such a dense black here on the middle and such a white areas on the left here. I don't like this shot, but I think it's maybe nice scene overall. That's it with the birds. And I saw another one that I wanted to talk about here. Oh yeah, so those shots I saw, let me show you the version of that. So this was one photo that I took that I actually cropped in many ways to get different shots, and I saved the version of the photos. It was a building construction thing on the street which floated with water, and I just love the way the reflection looked in black and white, so I did multiple crops on the same photo. And this is something I really love to do, especially with the Leica, again because of such a large sensor that I can crop. And I don't know why I like those so much. I think my favorite is actually this one. It looks like it's on the sky. It's not so clear what it is in the first glance, but it's such a nice thing that I like to capture on the street, because the streets are so busy, and to find such a clean scene there, even if I crop and it's not natural, like with a 28mm focal length, I just love the results so much. All right, so another photo that I love for that exact reason is this one. You just find a clean scene on the street. I don't know when I took it. I think maybe it was, yeah, on November. I don't know why I mentioned that. It's not important. My point is just that I did a crop on this very, very large frame. Like, this was the original shot, and this was the cropped one, and I really, really loved it, even though I cropped maybe too much for the sensor. But because it's black and white, because the bird is such, the blacks on the bird, it's such popping to the eye, I think this photo is very pleasing, at least to me. And this one also, I just love the smoothness of the transition between dark and the shadows and the light over here. It's such a pleasing photo to me that also I cropped a lot. This one is the same ratio, I think 2:1 that I did. This was the original one. Let me show you. Too busy, way too busy. I straightened the photo, and this is why you see the white over here, because this was the original one, and then I straightened it on Lightroom, and then I cropped it, and this is the final result, which I really, really love. Maybe I will like Photoshop this thing and maybe this bird out of the photo to make it really, really smooth and clean. But overall, I'm really pleasing with that photo also. And maybe one last photo. Okay, you know what? I didn't plan to talk about this photo, but I actually really love the geometry with the shadows on the building here, and it's something that I think it will be nice to print. I think it was with the Rico. Actually, yeah, it was with the Rico. I just really recognized the sensor of the Leica, especially in black and white. And but again, although the Rico has such a small sensor, it's still an amazing camera in black and white and in color. And I don't want to go over the color one today. Maybe just a glance to show you how much I love the Rico cinematic green look. Like, this is perfect. If I do color photography, I just love this kind of bluish vibe on the street, this retro vibe that my go-to profile on the Rico to go to. But this was, I think, more than months ago. That's for a thumbnail that I don't want to get into now. And my throat is a little sore, so I'm going to stop this video. And thank you so much for watching. If you have comments, leave them. I want to read them. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one.